Hello everyone, welcome back to Watch one more time. I know it's been a while since I've last uploaded a video. I've been out of watches for a little bit here. This is a watch that I have had my eye on for quite a while now. It's the new CASIO GMW-B5000TB. I ordered this one out of Japan. So if you look at the model number here, it is going to end in 1JR. This has the new 3459 module. It has the STN display, the Bluetooth. So this is going to be my first Bluetooth G-Shock. And I've owned a lot of G-Shocks. I've been in the G-Shocks since I was, if you see my other videos, since I was pretty much 8. My grandfather used to give me one every summer when I'd visit him. And, well, my hobby has grown since then. So let's get into the unboxing. This is my first time opening this watch, and I am very, very excited. Nice gold text that you don't often see. I know this watch is limited. I believe that is limited production and not limited edition. They aren't numbered or anything. Cool golden Casio text. Nice presentation. Let's move this out of the frame. Perfect. So, here it goes. All right. I'll set this aside. Cool. I want to be all gentle with it, but who needs to, right? So, if anyone's ever opened a box like this before, you get the manual and the little pamphlet on the side like that. I don't want to mess up with any of the paperwork. I could just find this online. I kind of like to set this aside and keep it as I got it. So, there's that. Let's open this one up. And for you guys who haven't heard about this one, it is a full titanium G-Shock. It has DLC coating. This is the black version. They released 2 versions of the watch this month. It's you got the TFC is the last one, I believe. No, TCM is the other one, and that's the Camo version. I did want to get the Camo version. I think I might order it, but considering the price of these things, I might wait a while before I decide. And let's see how much I like this one. So, woohoo, this is exciting. The last time I believe I ordered a G-Shock straight out of Japan was when I got my my GMW-B5000. So this is kind of like my next step. And I bought that one back in 2012. So I'm due for an upgrade. But again, I'm still going to be wearing my other one. Wow. So there's the watch. You got Bluetooth. Everything in here is kind of in Japan because this is the Japan release of the watch. I'm kind of curious to see if there's anyone else is going to upload the American version of the watch, and if a lot of this text is indeed in English. So there's all the features, 3459 module. All right, and I'm sorry if my lighting's messed up here. I'm trying a new setup. I might have to change things up. Oh wow, this is exciting. Wow. All right, I'm taking the plastic off now. Let's see. We'll start with this. What I really like about this watch is its two-tone. I really love the black and gold combination. You see it a lot on the 35th anniversary editions of the G-Shock. So to see it on something like this lets you know it's kind of got that special little touch to it, which is nice to see. And one of the other major points of this watch is the weight. Like, first thing you notice when picking up is how light it is, which is great. It was one of the things that actually held me back from getting the, full metal squares, is I just couldn't get myself to be happy with the amount that they weighed. And seeing this, the price really did hurt. I did think it was expensive for what you got, but I didn't want to miss out on an opportunity to get it, considering that it might have been limited. So, and this also goes a little bit back. I do have another Casio that's all titanium, and it's a G-Shock, and I'll show that in just a minute here. And it's part of the reason why I knew I would like this watch, and we'll get into that in a minute. This kind of gives me like an MRG vibe, and although it's expensive, it's not necessarily the MRG price. So, nice signed clasp over here. I know my camera just does not want to focus today. Let me move everything out of frame. Let's try that. All right. So there you go. Here we have the watch in all its glory. I'm a little bit disappointed about the polished bezel here, but it works with the watch. If you look at the band, the edges are very shiny, like that. But then if you look at it straight on, it's nice and matte. So it does have that blink factor when you move it to certain angles, but overall, really nice watch. Let's see what it's on wrist. Ooh, that is light, and it's nice. Oh, that looks great. So there is the watch on wrist, like so. That's really neat. All right. Let's see if I can get this to focus just a little better. 1 minute. All right, everyone. I changed the lighting here a little bit, and as I was doing so, my wife kind of saw that I was making a video. And
so I had to come.
And she had to come. So
Hi, guys.
I'm going to bring her arm in the frame here just to kind of make a point. I did want her to try the watch on just to see if it would fit. And it kind of raises something really interesting about this watch that would be good to point out because it could be a downside for some people. So if you look here, see how the band doesn't go down any further, and if it overhangs the wrist, it won't hug it. That can make it difficult for people with smaller wrists to wear this watch. And it was kind of funny because about a year ago, back in 2018, my wife and I pre-ordered the Porter TFC version of this watch, and it was all titanium, black DLC, no sapphire crystal, no gold accents, and we pre-ordered 2 of them, one for me, one for her. We wanted to have matching watches, and the seller fell through on both pre-orders. And in hindsight, that might have been a good thing because there's no way she would have comfortably worn this watch. So that said, Stephanie, what do you think about this watch?
I mean, I think it's a bummer that my wrists are too small for it. But overall, I mean, the reason I'm sad about that is because I really like it. Mm-hmm. I think it's a great design. I'm excited to see the camo version. But I think this is a really nice piece.
I really don't want to touch the features of this watch just yet. I might do that in a later video. I kind of wanted to do an unboxing, initial impressions. Yeah, I love it. I think it's light. I really like the color design. Again, I am a little bit disappointed about this fixed case link here. I probably would have known that if I had tried the steel versions of the watch. I am okay with it because it fits my wrist, but I'm a little disappointed because you can't wear it. I really would have liked to see you wear it. While we are on this video, I will touch on something really interesting. For anyone who's familiar with the really old G-Shocks, this right here is a Casio MRG-110T. Now, this is from 1998, and the only reason I mention this watch is it's a square G-Shock. See that EL backlight? And it is all titanium, and they kind of share design cues with the new and old watch here. So, for example, let's look at the band. And if you look right here where it meets the case down to the clasp, you get a very similar taper. Okay? You have a similar H-link design. And then when you get to the clasps, you could tell that they're inspired by one another, or the new one's inspired by the old. You could see it has the same relative shape, similar spot where the branding is, no backup safety. It's just a simple push button, and the push buttons are in the same spot, and then you have the micro adjusts on the side. So very similar design. The only difference is that since this is such an old watch, the old one is pressed titanium, while the new one has more of a scissor clasp design. Both are really great. Another thing I want to touch on is the older one actually has a little bit better of a design for smaller wrists. You could see where the band meets the case, it drops straight down, which is really, really neat, as opposed to this, which will overhang a little bit. So yeah, nice watch overall. I'm sure anyone with like 6.5 inch wrists or bigger will have no problem wearing this. One last thing I will touch on in this video is the weight of the watch. So let's turn on the scale right here. Again, I didn't remove any of the links yet. Okay. I know the weight is a little bit out of focus here, but I'll move my hand and it should be okay. So right now we are reading in grams, and it is 107.6 grams, which is actually pretty light. Now let's compare the older watch, just out of curiosity here. Ooh, the older one's a little lighter. But again, it doesn't have the Bluetooth, it doesn't have the solar, it doesn't have the multiband, but still, that's pretty impressive. But this one's also missing a few links. It's not a full bracelet. And then finally, while we're on the topic of full titanium G-Shocks, I'm just going to touch on this one. It's a MRG Frogman, which is something I would really, really like to see them reissue. You know, considering that they released this, an all titanium square, an all titanium Frogman would be real cool. So let's just see how much this one weighs. Just a little bit more. Again, it is a bigger watch, but still very, very neat. And I could do videos on the titanium older G-Shocks as well in the future. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. If you got any questions, concerns, let me know. And again, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.